Look at this lazy animal. Good morning, buddy. You sleeping in the bed? 25 days of Dogmas. I'm just gonna vlog my dog for 25 days. Hello, bub. Hello, Schmubby. Alright. You guys are snowflake today.
And then think about staying over the bar and then be fast at the knee, then that's where I usually end up in a good receiving position. Explode with the hips, good receiving position.
Shorten the pull, making it easier for him to time it out.
Jesus.
What?
Shit out.
Yeah. You used to call me on my cell phone. Hey, I know you need.
What's up, you guys? We're back today with a video commentary. So after my cleans today, we went on to squats. With my squats on Saturdays, I have a front and a back squat combo. So today it was 5 sets of 1 plus 3. So 1 front squat plus 3 back squats at 175. This is about 89% of my front squat max and 70% of my back squat max. So the thing that makes this combination somewhat difficult is the fact that you go straight from a really heavy front squat into a moderate back squat. So 175 isn't a hard weight for me to back squat, but after that 175-pound front squat, which is, like I said, 89%, the back squat feels much more difficult due to the intensity of the front squat. So that's a tool used to control the volume but still get in some good intensity work. And I wanted to point out this lift this morning just to show you guys that, I don't have flawless lifts. My ankle mobility is extremely poverty, especially since I sprained my ankle. Going into dorsiflexion is particularly difficult for me, and that's why my heels do pop up at the bottom of a squat a little bit. So that's one issue that I have to work towards fixing in terms of mobility, because you do want your heels to remain flat, and if your ankles are a limiting factor, that's also going to limit your depth. One cue that really helped me this morning was remembering to keep my knees open, so making sure I open as I descended in the squat, open my knees, and then to avoid valgus or knee caving action coming up out of the hole, keeping that openness as I came up. Another tip, I do try to keep my setup the same, so if you watch, I always take, 1, 2, 3 steps back, breath, squat, come up. Just the more consistent you can be with your setup, the better. It just gets you into a better pattern. It helps you develop some consistency. So if you watch, get under, breath, 1, 2, 3, then I breathe and go down. I've mentioned to you guys before, last thing, I struggle with keeping my elbows down. I let them kick back a lot. You can really see that here in that last set. But yep, just working on some weaknesses while still getting good work in today, and that's all I've got for you for this voiceover. See you in the rest of the video.
Alright, you guys, so I told you I would read through some comments, and that's what we're gonna do right now. Alright, so a lot of you guys left really positive, reinforcement to me, kindness to me, and so I'm not trying to, brush over that, but I'm just gonna read, your self-love things, because I want this to be about the love that you guys have given yourself, and not the compliments that you've given me, because you guys shower me with love, on a regular basis. So thank you for all of you who left kind comments about me, but if I read your comment and I skim over what you said about me, it's not to be offensive or to be unappreciative. I just want to focus on the self-love that you've given to yourself. So here we go. And I'm not going to read every single comment, so again, if I don't read your comment, don't be offended, please. I still love you. Yeah. And I'm going to try and reply to all these on the comment section. Greta said, I love the way I can overcome all of the shit that life throws at me and still be able to remain positive. That's awesome. Good for you, girl. Jessica said, one thing I love about myself is the hard work I put into getting myself where I want to be in my life. Not everybody is happy with where they are in life, but I think the important thing is to always be working your way to the place you do want to be, because nobody's going to get you there except yourself. Emmy, success is never easy and certainly not for the lazy. I put that quote in a video. But yes, you absolutely 100% have to work, do what you have to do to get where you want to be, and just don't ever give up on yourself, like ever. Fit Mess Diary said, I was also struggling, sometimes still do, with negative feelings about myself, eating disorders, etc. But I must say, I now love myself. I hated being me for so long, and I'm proud that I overcame that. I love my new ritual, waking up in the morning and smiling and saying to myself, this is going to be a great day. Even though I lost someone important to me this year, I didn't let the negativity overflow my mind. I like my new view on the world. So I really resonate with that because, as I've mentioned to you guys, I think I've said this in previous videos, within a little over a year ago, I lost my papa. So I also lost someone very close to me, and I understand how much that loss can really just throw off the entire balance of your life. And so being able to work through that and overcome that and look at each day with a positive mindset, even when you've gone through some tough times and when you've lost someone that is super important to you, I know how hard that is. So good for you, and I'm proud of you. Bree said, I love that I grew a pair and told the negatives to F off and became a brighter Bree. Thank you. This is something that I've dealt with, you know, time and time again, just as I've grown up. Like, you deal with negative people all the time, and I used to be the type of person where I would just let people do that to me, and I would let people be negative and I would just take it. And like, even people that I was friends with, you know, being poisonous, being toxic, not being true friends, talking behind my back, and I would just let them stay in my life because I was like, well, I want to have friends and blah 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 blah, and just like making excuses for why I would continue to let them in my world. And then I was finally like, no, time is worth so much. Time is worth more than anything. Time is worth so much more than money, so much more than any physical possession, so much more than anything. And so I'm not gonna spend my precious time with anyone or anything that doesn't put positive energy back into me in some way, shape, or form. So toxic people, negative people, bye. So yeah, those are some of the comments from this video. I will keep on, you know, dispersing them throughout, but let's get on with today. All right, you guys, finally going to get these bad boys fixed since I broke one the other day. I'm sorry, I'm like spinning trying to find where I can actually see. And they have not broken a single time until last week. So I was definitely a little sad about that. Say lovey. So outfit, because you guys always ask. T-shirt and cardigan are both from Madewell. Burberry scarf. Mark bag. This is, you guys always ask about my bags. This is the classic Q Fran. These are True Religion runway pants, and then these little ankle booties from DSW. And we are getting in the car. I don't know what it is about like translating over from being outside to just like getting in my car, but the lighting is so much better in here. Why? So going to get my nails fixed, and then Eric and I were having a discussion this morning. He is trying to add like 40 pounds. So I am trying to help him in any way that I'm sorry this is crooked, but in any way that I possibly can to like help him get food in. And I like cooking, so I'm like, yeah, I'll just make you food all the time. He's talking about just trying to snack more instead of eating large meals all the time and basically like making himself sick. And he was like, yeah, I've just been trying to snack more. And I'm like, well, why don't you do what your mom does? And like, she keeps jars of just like cashews, nuts, various things around his house back in Indiana. I was like, why don't you just do that? He was like, well, I feel like nuts are like really expensive. And I was like, oh my God, what about Trailmix? Like, Trailmix is so freaking good, and it's so just calorically dense. So I was like, oh my God, can I make you some like custom Trailmix? He was like, yeah, sure. Like, he doesn't turn down food. He's a smart man. So after I get my nails done, I'll probably run to Kroger and just try and pick out some stuff for some super fun and delicious trail mix to make for him, and I'll bring you all along with me because that's what I do. I filmed a makeup tutorial on this eye look that's going on right now, so you guys will see that tomorrow. But for now, let's go get our claws fixed. kind of music, you guys. I love like alt punk rock. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Alright, are you ready for it? So we're gonna get started on Eric's special custom trail mix. This is actually a pretty decent gift idea if you're trying to come up with like a cheap but thought out and yummy gift for somebody you love. So yeah, basically what I did was I thought of some of his favorite flavors, and that would be chocolate, peanut butter, and caramel. And I basically just themed the trail mix around that. I also asked him what his favorite cereal is, just because who doesn't love cereal? So what I'm gonna do is I just found like this cheap but festive tub at Kroger, and I'm basically gonna take a quarter cup of everything and just like put it in there until it's full. Like I'll just rotate through all the ingredients until it's full, and that'll be that. Not really calculating the macros on this because he's trying to eat like 6,000 calories a day, so I don't think he's too worried. And let's get started. And there you have it. So then you just pop the lid on. This is a cookie tin, plastic tin, so it'll keep it like nice and fresh. But yeah, great gift idea. I'm gonna take this over to him tonight, so this will probably be the end of filming for today. But thank you for joining me on Vlogmas Day 5. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.